Hello, welcome to a surprise late night oxygen not included stream. I've got a goal on 52 videos this year, and I have included streaming in those, which is a little bit cheating, I know. But I've been working on a bunch of different bases. I have an idea for, well, I got an idea from somebody on Reddit actually on how to do like kind of a cool zoo, a zoo with happy animals. And I've looked at the playthrough on a couple different maps. Got like 400 cycles or 500 cycles that on the last one. And I just wasn't super happy with it, so we're trying it again. I've got it modded. I've got the geothermals tuned on, turned up, I should say. Let's make sure we're actually live. And sweet, okay, yeah, I think actually we were live, which is amazing. Let me just retitle this: Oxygen Not Included Stream. Hopefully somebody swings by and just says, hey, that'd be fun. I would enjoy that. I have definitely, social would be, social's pretty great. But it's a tiny channel, I know. Alright, I think I've got this all saved. Make sure it's not saying I'm playing the wrong game. It is. Sorry. And cool. Alright, we're live. We're live on this. It's fantastic. So here's kind of the base that we're looking at right now. We'll look at the overlays in a second on it too. But right now, this is... We turn my brightness up a little bit. How's that? I think that's okay. I don't think YouTube's going to get me in trouble for streaming shirtless, actually. But shh, nobody knows. Nobody knows. All right. Make sure I can actually still be seen. All right, I can be seen enough. Nobody needs to see me that well. We'll unpause so we can get rid of all the dummy alerts on this too. So insufficient oxygen, invalid construction. We'll go through that in a second. Here's kind of what we're looking at. I struggle heavily with doing things that are symmetrical. I mean, I do. It's awful. Like, it is such not a skill set for me that I said, you know what? Let's just go ahead and try on this space using the layout tools. So I did. I've got the planning tool here. I planned them out. I said, well, I don't know. How about 52 tiles? There's probably a super, super efficient way to do it, but fam, I have no idea on that. So we just ran with this. The nice thing with this room size, though, is it's plenty of space, so I can actually add a data center here. I won't add the radiation or planetarium here. I won't add the radiation building because, well, the radiation. I just started switching to proper bedrooms on here too. We can fit one more in, but it's kind of nice to have the plant. And we probably should put one in there. And what that's going to do is going to allow me to get guys out of these beds. Now this one is for Liera. Liera, and we've all probably known Liera in our life. I'm not going to say they're bad people. I'm not going to say they're good people. Liera is not good people, though, in Oxygen Not Included. She is insanely loud when she sleeps, but I think we have extra beds. We have 12 of 8, so we're going to go ahead and deconstruct. Probably not the ones that are sleeping on, just a couple beds. I know we're going to want to leave a bed right here for sure, and then we might want some more dupes in the future. But I kind of like to get as many as I can into the bedrooms. Let's deconstruct these two now. I mentioned overlays. Here's what we're looking at. Not great oxygen. Arguably not even good oxygen, if I'm being real. So everything's still running here on the stream. Oh, it is nice. Oh, that's fantastic, actually. So what's wrong? He said, casual guys, what's wrong with your oxygen right now, my guy? What is wrong with your oxygen? Well, I'll tell you what's wrong with my oxygen. I don't think we have any more salt. So this is a really weirdo world for me. We are using rust. I do not enjoy making rust into oxygen, but to use a rusty oxidizer, it uses salt and rust and some power, and it puts out a pretty piddly amount of oxygen. Well, compared to like a proper electrolyzer setup when you dump some water on it. For otherwise, it's pretty okay. It's 570 grams. Compare that to the diffuser is 500, but it only takes algae. It doesn't take the two parts. The two parts are pretty annoying. I also have these liquid locked, so if you see, look at the gas overlay, because I have a little drop of gas here, and the dupes can run in and out like a stairway. The gas can't. So in this case, I'll like extra chlorine in here. Can't go anywhere. It's really nice for the base. And then we're just venting the gas out. But we are going to need some more salt. So let's go to consumable ore. I think it's under consumable. Oh, yeah. Okay. White. Oh, wow. That looks almost exactly the same, huh? As that sucrose. So here's some salt. I'd say I hate to put a priority dig order in. I don't. I put priority dig orders in all the time. That would be a lie. Try not to lie to you right now, at least. So that's some salt. That'll last us a little ways. How much is this? We'll lose half of the mass, so let's just say 240. Saeed, I actually, or Syed, sorry man, I don't know. Maybe I got it wrong twice. I actually really like the game. Yeah, I do. I'm a huge Oxygen Not Included fan. I'm not great at it, sort of hilariously. I really enjoy it. For me, I think the reason it scratches the itch for me like crazy is because there's always a new problem to solve. And some of them I cause, and some of them let me show you one of these cutie duplicants cause, and some of them is just the game. So like in this map, we don't have enough, I don't know if you caught the beginning, we don't have enough oxygen. All this CO2 right here will suffocate the dupes, and we have just tiny bits, 265 grams of oxygen, and we want about 9 times that amount for the dupes to breathe and work easily. But to get that, we have to follow, well, in this case, rusty oxidators. Basically, a lot of processes. So the game, for me, and it's not exactly this way, people are quite good at it, is a continual stream of fix this thing. Oh no, something else broke. Fix that thing. Oh no, something broke. A great example. The gas pump's overheating because there's a lot of, like temperature has a huge effect too. So this gas pump is melting, or trying to melt. I would love to help it out, but I don't have any material that does better than iron right now. So I'm going, okay, well, what if we made a little steel? So we have this giant contraption over here to make steel, so we can do better with temperature, so we can do this, and you get the idea. Yeah, it can be a little confusing, but I think at its core, let's see if we can boil it down. If we go underneath the hood for a second. And it's kind of confusing because you're not getting to move the mouse, to be honest. I think I'm making it harder on you on accident. These guys need food, and they need oxygen. They don't need water. This little duplicate, they call them duplicants, auto. They spawn out of the pod. You get a chance out of 3 which one you want. They will die if you don't give them food or oxygen. The journey of the game is to manage to get them sustainable, you get it, food and oxygen, you guessed it, across whatever difficulties you might encounter, and across finding these giant icy areas which are very cold, and finding this area here with a bunch of hydrogen coming out which they can't breathe and they don't like, it's bad for them. Up here where it's very hot, 211 degrees, and here where we have a volcano spitting out metal ore. So yeah, the game has a really high skill ceiling, way beyond me actually, but it's pretty well, to me, I would even say addictive. It's probably overused, but I think it's fair to say I love the problem, solve a problem, solve a problem. You can play on different like world gens, map generations of it too. So they don't all look the same, right? You're not, unless you want to, you don't spawn into the same map every time. So here we have a bunch of water. Let's build some oxygen. This is going to be a great demo, I promise, or at least I promise it won't be the worst demo you've ever seen, because I don't think you've seen a demo before, so I'm stacking it in my favor. Okay, we're going to build a box first. Okay, so here's some insulated tiles that are going to help contain heat. Yeah, this is perfect. If you'd seen a demo before, it might be the worst one you've ever seen, but it won't be because you haven't yet. Thank God. So, electrolyzer. 1,000 grams of water, so 1 kilogram, and it puts out 888 grams of oxygen. Now the dupes, if I was a pro, I'd know how much I think they breathe like 300 or 500, right? Oh, even less. This person's only breathing 130 grams. Oh, they're not working though. Let's see when they wake up. All right, fam, what are you doing? Bless your soul. So this Liera, although she sleeps really loud, is not really sucking in too much oxygen. About 130 grams of oxygen, right? And then they're exhaling CO2. So this bad boy can fit so much. What did we say it was going to be? 880, I think. So this is going to do approximately, let's say some of them breathe a little heavier. Let's say we're pretty safe to do 7 or 6 dupes. All their oxygen needs, if we just do it this way. Now, the exception to the rule, unfortunately, is going to be, this is a huge amount of space, right? And so the oxygen, instead of just being where the dupes are, is going to want to spread out. But we'll, remember I mentioned problems with more problems? We'll solve that in a minute. So, the electrolyzer, I know this because I've used it, but if you go to plumbing overlay, we have an intake. We need some water, and it needs power. It's very reasonable. We got all this beautiful water down here. Let's build a little ladder. Little whoop, whoop, whoop. And let's go to plumbing. Now the pumps, this is stuff you'll get through the research tree, but most of this is like really early. We're not doing any late game crazy insano tech here. And like every other building game, we build a pipe. We're gonna snake it all the way up. Now we're gonna not run it through the floor here, because when you put like wiring or plumbing or anything through the floor, it'll destroy it if it's just like we might call it natural tile, just dirt. I made these floor tiles. These ones were just there. They're just chilling. And then next, we need some power, right? We need, not too much. Not too much power, frankly. Let's go ahead and hook it up to the grid. But I've had some bad experiences where the power gets shorted out, because like some of the other problems you can imagine, you can have power shorts. And when that happens, if it breaks inside, you can end up with kind of like a ticking time bomb on the gas. Okay, so we're going to build this all out, see what you think. I'm going to take a peek. I'm also going to look and make sure there's actually still some... Oh, concurrent viewers 0. All right, I might have lost you. I might have lost you, man. God bless if I did. Hope you have a great night. Let's see. Yes, 0 concurrent viewers. Well, you know what? If you watch the replay, shout out to you. If you don't watch the replay, no hate. I hope you had a great night. I hope you had a great night, my friend. All right, let's see. So the electrolyzer is going to get built here. Like I mentioned, we're going to plumb in some water. Now, just like with the electrolyzer being a machine, we need some power. So let's come down here where they're still building and zoop, get a little power cable going on, eh? We'll snake it just the same way, all the way up. And let's see what's going on here. Perfect. Let's snake. Oh my goodness. Now if you hold shift, for anybody who watches like the VOD maybe, it'll let you go in a straight line. So there's no excuse for me not going in a straight line, but I definitely did. Now I know, because I've set these up before, some automation is really, really helpful. One of the things that we can automate this to do is to stop if the atmosphere is dense enough outside, right? So if the gas pressure is high enough, we don't really want it running. If the gas pressure is too high, our dupes will have a bad time. They'll actually complain. They'll go, hey, life's too good. I'm hyper-oxygenated, bro. I don't want that. I know, hard to imagine the dupes would complain about something that we did, but believe it or not, unfortunately, it's been known to happen. Especially in my bases. Now, what we're going to do here is set this up with some automation so we can turn it on and off. If you've never built one of these before and you have a really big base, you can kind of skip the automation. I would put a switch in though. That way you can turn it off, because at some point you're going to want to turn this off. Here, we're going a little bit above and beyond because I know I'll leave this up and running for a long time. And we're just going to... Alright, can we reach this now, boys? Come on now. Oh, we can reach it anyway. Nope. Oh my gosh. Well, I played myself. Get an Atmos sensor tucked right in here. Let's go ahead and make that a real tile too. Sometimes on the natural tiles, not really with gas here, but just as a rule of thumb, they can overpressure. Now, we have hydrogen and oxygen that are going to be coming out of this bad boy. But to make this work, we're first going to do a little bit of an exploit. I have talked about this on a previous video that I put out for oxygen not included. And it's super simple. We are going to drop liquid, and I didn't come up with this. It's been around forever, I think. We're going to drop liquid on our electrolyzer. It sounds strange, right? Take a machine, dump water on it. And you're like, that's probably not going to go well. Well, yes, in the real world, that would be a problem, actually. But in the oxygen not included world, it wouldn't really be a problem, actually. It's going to let us bypass some settings. So the key here is that we need two different kinds of liquids. That's it. That's the whole thing. If you put one on, the building will know that it's flooded. It'll go, nah, I can't work, man. I'm underwater. Are you crazy? Like, are you insane? So we're going to mop up a little extra over here just so and we'll make sure we have it. One full bottle from anybody. Here, let's just do some ethanol because I know I have a bunch of ethanol laying around that was in the map. One full bottle is 200 kilograms. So that was a partial. It must have been laying around. There we go. There's 200. We'll stop it after a little bit. And then let's put water on. If you end up building one of these yourself, anybody who watches, you need to put the heavier liquid on the bottom. For a long time, I didn't realize this. Could not figure out why mine were not always working, why they didn't stack right. Okay, so see how it's pumping right now? We don't want it to pump yet because it's going to put the hydrogen way out in the middle of nowhere, and that's not really good for us. So let's go ahead and tell it send a green signal. So on, green being on in this world, if it's below 0. Now, here's the thing, astute viewer. It's not likely to be below 0, is it, from a pressure standpoint? I hope not, at least. It's below 0. We got a problem. We do need just a tiny bit more automation before they build this wall, though, actually. Let's cancel the build. And that's going to mean eventually we're going to do something with this hydrogen. That's spoiler alert. And if we go to do something with the hydrogen and we pump it all out, well, we're going to have problems. So let's go ahead. And this is going to send... Oh, did I forget a power cable? Oh, my Lord. I did forget a power cable there. I did forget a power cable. Alright, no harm, no foul. Let's just wire it in. But if we use up all the stored gas up in that pocket, it's going to get kind of weird for us. Now, this is not a great long-term solution on this map so far, because we don't have that much water. Now, this will last a while, right? So it uses 1,000 grams a second. So we're playing on like 15 times speed, I think, right now. So 1,000 grams, it's going to go fast. But we'll be okay for a bit. Let's go ahead and make sure they get this built. And then it's going to allow us to really push that oxygen production up a little bit. And we may not even have to use a whole lot, because now that we have some salt, not a ton, a little bit of salt laying around, we're going to be able to supplement. And that's one of the nice things. If we could get that supplemented, that would be ideal. Now it's time to pick another grab here. I think just some food. Some food sounds good to me. Let's see. There. We'll make a nice, sexier stream title called Can They Breathe, which is pretty apt for what we're dealing with here. Wow, that water looks cool with the bug. Wow. Okay, so this is now pumped out of vacuum for anybody who watches in the future. This is the icon, pumps on in gas. So again, we're going to go to below 0. So once this gives us some air, it's going to shut itself off because the pressure is going to go below 0, above 0. And now this, we get a green signal if it's below, how about 1,800? Make sure below selected. Now, here's how this looks from a gas standpoint. I hope we got it on the first try. Oh, baby. Perfect. So all the hydrogen, when the electrolyzer spits out gas, it's basically going to split which direction it's going to do, oxygen and hydrogen. And the nice thing is if you already have oxygen on one side of the door here, for example, like right here, it's very, almost 100% likely to go towards where the side is already open. It goes on the bottle side, so it tries to spit out on the bottle side. What's amazing here is that it's still shoving hydrogen out. You see the numbers going up and up and up and up, and eventually this number will get so high that even if we were to somehow lose oxygen here, it wouldn't force its way in, and we have a perfect vacuum on the electrolyzer because we dropped the water in. So for that reason, this works phenomenally. And let's look at the gas over. Well, it's all oxygen. That's not showing us anything, but it's going to turn a deeper hue, and our dupes are going to be happier. And at the end of the day, well, it's not really about making the dupes happy, but I don't mind it. I don't mind making them happy if we can. Now, for anybody who tunes in, this down here was my attempt at redesigning an electrolyte or duplicator setup. I wanted to duplicate some ethanol. I'm a big fan of whatever random exploits I can try or get away with in oxygen. And this is one that I thought I could be clever. Pardon me. I thought I could be clever and actually condense the size. It's already pretty small, but hey, you know what? I had a dream. Now these plants are all complaining because there's no really atmosphere here because I had it vacuumed out, but let's see. Okay, perfect. So we have a bunch of freaking ethanol in there. Now, how do we want to do this here? I tried to be pretty cute on it last time. Shortening it did not go. But I think it's because I actually needed the extra space, and I wasn't aware of that, or wasn't. I thought we would get away without that. Okay, let's just look at it that way. I thought maybe we could get away without that. All right, what the heck's going on here? So, doot. What's coming down that? Is that water? That's water. Where's my hook up here? Right, we don't need water yet. Let's just cut that line so make sure that's safe. The part that gets awkward here is that the dupes are going to need to get in there and do a little work. You know, you feel me? And let's actually remove the signal switch. It would be pretty ironic if that was the problem, but I have done weird things before. So we're going to remove the signal switch. We're going to build some automation wire out here, doing our thing. It says we don't have enough for that one. Let's just swap that with something else. Perfect. Everything else should look pretty the same here, right? So we have, yeah, some wiring that comes through, some plumbing. Nice. And this pipe needs to go to that one. Bingo. And I guess this could be fine. Anything that's snippable like that, just one connection we can kind of manipulate. And then this can go in here. Okay. And then that's going to give us the same look, right? Okay, open. And, oh, it's not going to give us the same look. All right, the sensor needs to be over there. There we go. And let's not send a bunch of ethanol hurtling to its death until we get this built. All right, yeah, we don't want iron. Come on, babe. Come on. Come on. All right, perfect. Bam, get that. At this point, I think when we stack them, we'll just do, just make it easy. All right, nice. So, automation wire in. Build our last tile. All right, let's prioritize that before we start leaking everywhere. Boom. All right, and now this guy. All right, we can turn you off. Perfect. We don't need the pump on. And we'll cancel the mop because they're never going to reach the mop. I mean, okay. Come on, that. You know, we talked about dupes causing trouble. This is one of those moments, folks. This is one of those moments. And we're a little bit overloaded. Ooh, wait, are we? Oh yeah, we are. Low key though. Low key though. All right, let's snip this off. We can have the dupes run on the wheel here if we need to. Cancel everything there. Now, perfect. We're gonna get a little more ethanol in here. Call it ethyl yes at this point. These are all 10 kg packets. Perfect. How much is in here? All right, so we're gonna up the level a bit. Well, quite a bit here. We have a lot stored. I want to make sure that wasn't my problem earlier. And once that's done, we're gonna get these little tiny pockets of 60 grams of water up here. So how the duplicator works, see how the liquid volume changes? So when you take a liquid, ethanol in this case, drop it on itself on a mesh tile, and there's a vacuum in the middle. That's the gray. And there's 2 tiles of another lighter liquid to the side. I know it's getting really weird. It duplicates because it shoves them out and they bounce back and you get basically duplicated liquid. And holy smokes, I let that run a little bit too long, didn't I? Not really. It's about right. Okay. Now, the weird part here is that we need exact amounts for this and in exact spaces. So we need exactly 0.06. All right, perfect. It dropped in here. That looks amazing. Oh. Oh, man. I didn't run the... Okay, can we shoehorn this somehow? Yo, I think I can. I can connect these. Can I then connect it? Can I then connect? I can. Okay. All right. I almost made a big old error there on the plumbing. Okay, so if we can force the routing here. We'll reset the limit of 0.06, and it's going to drop over there. All right, amazing. Now, cut that. We don't need that anymore. And then you need to go here. And then basically for the duplicator to work right, we just need the one pipe going into it right there, and that's all we're going to do. Now, our hydro sensor is at 484. I usually like to do it every 10 or 15, so that's perfect. Oops. So at 500 kg, it's going to route it up. So we've duplicated 15 functionally. That's how that's going to work. Let's take a look here. This did not go. This did not go, folks. All right, what's going on here? Did I not have a vat? I have too much liquid now. Too much liquid. Come on. All right, here. Let's see if that helps. Oh, we lost power. Uh-oh. Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right. We're going to take a dupe and get an operator here because we're going to need some more wheel power as this goes on, unfortunately. Yeah, I think 7 machinery is worth it, honestly. I think we can handle it. And then Max, or excuse me, Abe, you're just going to want to operate here, my guy. You're just going to hop on that wheel. $480. Huh. So what did I get wrong on this one? I didn't check again. I guess I didn't check if it was still a vacuum. Let's turn it off for a second. Let's just turn it off. I think we got too much water in somehow. But how that happened is not clear. Here, let's just delete these real quick. Go ahead and Bubbles, do your thing, do your thing. Alright, let's... Oh, did I not build a mesh tile? Hold on a second. Am I crazy? Is that what just happened? I feel like that's what just happened, is I didn't build a mesh tile. Before we go crazy, can we try that again? Hey. Yo. Alright, and there it goes. Okay, so now we have 2 different duplicators running on our ethanol. It'd be kind of nice to get a third, not gonna lie, but I don't know what we'll do with that per se yet. So that is going to be our long-term power solution. It is elegant, actually. It is nice, but it's definitely not normal mechanics, and I will give you that. And what would be really nice, first of all, is if we could use that to power this setup, right? See, kind of we're having consistent, lousy power issues. And I really would love to get that fixed. So let's go ahead and put a petroleum generator down now. If you didn't know, why would you? It's a little bit weird. Let's pause so nothing insane happens here. Petroleum generators can run on, you guessed it, ethanol, the juice of champions. It's what the plants need. Got a little chlorine in here. It's going to get a little awkward, but whatever. We're durable. Now these bad boys produce some off-gassing product. It's not ideal. It's not even sub-ideal, frankly. We are gonna deal with some garbage, CO2, and I mean powerful. It will fill up your base levels of CO2, and we'll look at that in a second. First, we need a little research. And how we're going to deal with the CO2 is yet another kind of, well, I mean, I think it's cool, but the cool workaround. This is one I have done a whole lot with, actually, because it's so useful. I didn't use it for a long time. Like, I just didn't think about it, you know? I wasn't aware, but I'll tell you this in a second. I don't want to spoil it yet. But it uses automatic doors, okay? I mean, bear with me that much. It uses automatic doors. So we're going to liquid lock it. There is a giant spider on my wall. And there's now a dead spider in that white. Perfect. See ya. See ya, nerd. Perfect. We're going to mine this out. Once we liquid lock it, we're going to set up some doors. You can delete matter in this game if you basically force it into space it can't go into. Or it'll teleport, and I haven't quite figured that one out yet. So feel free to leave that in the comments. Also, we have a bunch of ceiling trim here because pips, if you don't play the game, this will make 0 sense. But if you play the game, pips won't plant a seed where there's a ceiling trim tile. It's game logic, you know. Yo, can we please open this up? Jeez. Holy smokes. I see there's a little automation wire in there, huh? We get it? Alright, nice. Now let's go ahead and get that liquid lock done. Let's empty that. Alright, it got a little melodramatic with how much spilled out there, but it's not too bad. That's going to sit here. It's just going to straight chill the heck out. I'm going to empty that one too. And while it chills the heck out, we're going to set up us a timer sensor. Now going in reverse order, because once you set up an automation wire, it's going to give a red signal because there's nothing sending in a green signal. It's kind of annoying. That's why this one on the top continues to lock itself, actually. We're going to try locking it open, see if that works. Breathability. Remember we were looking at breathability? Beautiful shade of blue. And with tons of water because we're mixing what we need it from. Ultimately, we do have a cool steam vent here. But cool is 150 degrees, and that's a little toasty. Just a little toasty for us. We almost have our research done. That's going to be great. And that's going to allow us to, well, do the exploit with the door. I mean, that's exactly what it's going to allow us to do, is do a door exploit. Who doesn't want to do a little door exploit in their life? Did we get it? So close. Guys, please. Oh, I know what I can do now, because this one goes on the top. Perfect. Let's just tell it to connect to the sensor there. Nice. Love to see it. And then it's just gonna stay green forever, so they can finish the build. And then I need a filter gate. So once we finish researching that, it's going to allow us to trigger these doors in sequence. It's going to close, close, close. And it is going to delete what we don't want. And it's going to go just... wait a second. Did I do this? What is this? Huh, I swear it went the other way, but actually it can't have gone the other way. Although I think I usually set them up from the other side. So yeah, actually that tracks. All right, let's go ahead and build a tile there. Oh, yeah, because we're just going to leak that. All right, whatever. Whatever. Too slow. That's one of those problems, but I caused it. Just didn't get the order of operations right, you know? Okay, so we're going to fill in some tiles here. That's going to mean we've got a seal. And probably some heavy watts, okay. We're going to run it over. We're going to put it on a transformer. And then we're just going to connect that in like that. Once that gets going and we're plumbing, it's going to allow us to run all of this off of its own generator. So the petroleum generator, 2,000 grams a second. Oh, and we need a smart battery. If you don't do much with automation, you may not have done a lot with smart batteries. Crucial to avoid burning up all your resources. It's one of the very first things that you unlock, and that actually needs to be on cracked out priority, because I don't want to lose any ethanol that we don't have to, because our power is kind of sucked on this. This has been a really hard playthrough from a power oxygen standpoint, actually. I don't like using rust. We kind of got forced into rust. There's some water, but not great. Oh, okay. And now this. Now we need to block this off. Oh, but it's heavy watt. We're going to have to put a joint plate in. And just deconstruct power wires. So it doesn't get like insane messy while we do this here. Let's just cut the feed. Alright, now that's connected. Now that's in there. Now our battery is going to shut this off before it hits 0. And before it maxes out. Great. And let's give it some liquid, and if it turns on and it charges the old... Doesn't look like I connected it to the battery. Charges the old battery. Oh. Are we good now? Nope. Alright, we gotta wire that in. I understand. Hey, user error. Perfect. Battery doesn't care that it's sitting in the pollution either. That is totally fine for it. Polluted water. Now I'll show you how these work. Assuming we built the right ones. I built filters, not buffers. Good heavens. Oh, good heavens. Alright. Alright, let's go ahead and switch these. The nice thing is the wiring is fine. Here. And then... oh, gosh. Here, we'll just dig that tile. I think they can access it then, right? There's our buffer gate. Oh, Lord. Here we go. Get a buffer gate. Come on, there we go. All right, automation. We're doing it. We're doing the thing. All right, here we go. Bingo, right? Yeah. All right. So here's how this goes. CO2, compress, and then it compresses finally, and it gets deleted. This will effectively delete all the gas in this room on repeat, which is exactly what we need. But why are we not getting power over here? Huh. I sipped it. All right. Doing questionable things. So now our dupes aren't going to have to waste time on this. It's not going to overfill with water because we're going to end up deleting the water ultimately. And that's totally fine. We can do that on repeat. So power is it's more under control. Oh, that's a caffeinated crystalline. I don't think that's my move here. And good, we're shoving chlorine up that way. All right, perfect. Our oxygen is looking amazing now, by the way. I mean, truly amazing. And there's 42 kilograms of hydrogen in here. What I love about that is that we can actually use that hydrogen to power other things. So if we go over here, we just build another tile or two. We're going to tell them they don't have to use Insano priorities. There's our hydrogen generator. So this bad boy can power itself. And that's kind of what we're going to do. I'd love it to just be able to do that. And then we're going to connect that in and disconnect that. So now, as long as we have a water supply, which is a big if, I grant. And then if it's above, say, 10,000 grams, as long as we have a water supply, this will power itself. That's going to take one more thing off the grid. But we do need another, you guessed it, smart battery. And we're going to put it right here. And we're going to put some on it because this is just going to use up all of that beautiful hydrogen. And then we'll crisscross this bad boy. Go back to our power, connect that, and disconnect it from the rest of the grid. Perfect. I mean, right now it's just absolutely cracking out this this small battery, this 20 kilojoule battery, and this is 800 watts. Oh my gosh. And that's okay. We have so much extra hydrogen here that we don't even have to worry right now. But we did have to worry at the beginning. Remember, our oxygen sucked. We're struggling with power. Now we have 15,000 kilograms. This guy says he's starving. I think it's probably because I've had too many high priority builds. And the dupes forget to, like, they don't prioritize eating, I guess is the best way to say it. Oh, there's hands in that one. I didn't know. That's cute. Let's sweep up all the garbage on the ground now. Perfect. Now what I love about this is all automated now. So we don't need to touch this again. We are going to get about 2.5 kilograms a second out of a duplicator forever. They are just going to keep pumping out. Occasionally these will heat up. At that point, we can just... I'll end up opening them from this side, I think, actually, with how the layout is kind of weird on this base. Both how the layout is. Speaking with layout, although symmetry is terrible in my skill set, I think it's possible here. So let's go ahead and just extend that wall. And then I think we can do the same thing here. We can't come in there, though, so we're going to need to come in a little more over here. I think it's a little cool, too. I'll pull up the temp overlay in a second. Whoops. And then we're going to come over here. So if they want to work from the bottom, they can't do. So this way we should be able to get in on two sides. And the temperature is 23 degrees. That's chilly, guys. That's chilly. What grows in there? Nosh beans, I think. Sprout. I've never grown these, ever. I've probably like 600 hours in this game. Yeah. Colder climates. It's super cold. It needs dirt, too. That kind of sucks. Okay. Dirt. See, we're going to write this down. Can I copy and paste? No, I can't. I can screenshot it, though. Nice. Alright, dirt, CO2, and ethanol. Wow, the ethanol, that's super AIDS. I might make a duplicator just for them. And they need to be at really cold temps. So the dupes don't like this. They are getting hypothermia. Maybe if we got rid of the water. I actually don't even know that would help. It's just dang cold. I don't mind that in here, though. What if we said, you know what, cold's okay. You know, haters will say it's not. Cold's okay by me. Let's see. And then we set up a little liquid lock again, you know, you guessed it. And we just set up some nosh beans in here. Wouldn't that be crazy? Would that be too crazy, guys? I know it's a 0 viewer stream. You forgive me for saying guys, but I can pretend that there's people here joining me. Also, all my waters are out, and I feel like if I stand up and have upper body male nudity on YouTube, my video will get taken down. But let's see. Does YouTube allow shirtless streaming? Uh, 9 months ago. As long, let's see. Why are you streaming shirtless? Was one of the things. You know what? They're right. They're actually right. Hold on. Let me turn on my camera so I can get some water. Let me see. Sweet. Alright, we're back. Don't worry, no nudity, guys. I saved the world. So, this is actually going to be fun, because legitimately I've not done nosh beans. They've seemed like such a hassle, the fact that it takes ethanol. But I'm kind of tempted because, well, we're duplicating ethanol, right? So, I mean, we're doing the thing. Because it's better for quality food. That's one of the things I have all this playthrough time. And I've just been kind of like, you know, I wish that I gave my dupes better food. I don't typically. Because you don't need to, actually. Your dupes get on pretty fine on garbage food. But I would like to. Alright, there's ethanol. Cancel that now. Do a little mop errand here is fine. Well, I don't usually live on Powerades, but apparently in this moment I do. Yellow alert. What did I yellow alert? Ah, I'm sorry. Sorry, dupes. Okay, so it needs to get there. I think we can do this. I'm worried about warming them up, though. It's 50 degrees there. I don't like that. Also don't like the fact that are we peeing on the floor? What is happening? Like, literally, what is happening right now? And now it's too hot because somebody peed on the floor. No, it's polluted water from over here, I think. I don't say that to be weird. People actually do that in this game. They do literally, well, they urinate wherever they are. Okay, how about that? All right, let's sweep. Okay, so we need it to be colder. We need it to be colder. Whoa, holy smokes. 28 to 90? What? What? What is happening? Actually. Well, that polluted water is cold, so actually I don't... What's warm in here? Nothing. The dupes. Wow, it's actually the dupes heating the space, I think. That's crazy. Alright, so I think we can temp shift plate this with some ice, right? We can cheese it a little bit. Now the ice will melt, which is gonna suck, but we really need to insulate the bottom, though. I gotta say that has to happen. And so once we get this fully insulated, I think we're gonna be a little more okay. Well, I'm not gonna say we're gonna be great, but the temp shift plates will artificially. Oh, they'll lower the temp, right? They're gonna force a lower temp. That's crazy, actually. Because I mean, it's cold in there by my standards. You feel me? It's like 30-ish degrees. Let's slow it down a little bit and see. Yeah. Wow. But hey, the Nosh beans say, nah, fam, it's way too warm. This is crazy. Are you serious? You want us to be working in this heat? I was like, well, yeah, I mean, I did, you know. I did, actually. Yeah, so this is going to get warmer, too, which I don't like. So we're going to need a sustained coolant for this. So the ice melted. We'll mop it up. But I was kind of hoping, like, honestly, that it wouldn't melt for all. Okay, so that did drop our temp enough for a second. Okay. Oh, gosh. Oh, that's okay. Just some polluted water. We'll mop it up. No big deal, guys. Don't even trip, dog. So we're going to need steel. All of this frittering around here. I'll admit it. We've been trying to get creative. We're going to need steel so we can build something called a thermo aqua tuner, which is a cool and fancy piece of equipment which just lets you cool things that you pipe into it. Now these buildings are all broken right now because underwater. That's actually great for me though, because I want to collect as much from these two cold geysers as is absolutely possible. And interestingly enough, I mean this is cold. Could we find a way to pump it down there? Are we crazy? Oh, we're probably crazy. Pip, you're warm. Pip, get the heck out, bro. Get the heck out. You're warm. Body temperature. Wow, 32 degrees. Really is it caps out. It says, nah, it's way too warm. Alright, perfect. The fluid dynamics are pretty weird in Oxygen Not Included. And so the weird stacking is because it's two different fluids. There's nothing actually like wrong here. Wow, this is interesting though. I'm trying to think of the best way to do this. I think basically we just need to dig out a bigger section. We'll do that with a ladder. And then we're gonna mesh these, which honestly I should have already meshed, right? So we should have already let the liquid through. Because there's still quite a bit of melt off above. But again, this is pretty grave. It's polluted water, brine, some ethanol I dumped in on accident. Any salt water, doesn't look like it. And then looks like we can mop it already, which is great. Is this ice? Ice, liquefiable. Wow, we actually formed ice. But I do think it would help us if we didn't drop it directly on top. I'm going to go ahead and go out on a limb on that one. I think that would be helpful. So we're going to try to give it a better path down. I think so. We have a little bit of steel, not much. But we don't despise small beginnings. They'll dig that out. They're moderately stressed, but not too crazy. Body temp. They too cold? They're too cold? What the heck? Wait, actually. Why are you cold? What's got... Are we giving them cold dirt? Is that actually what's happening? We're just out here... We're just out here giving them super cold dirt, I guess. Wow. Alright, let's mop this up. What's their growth cycle here? 21 cycles. Oh, baby. Oh, 12 beans. Okay, interesting. I guess it's obvious. I don't know anything about these. I don't know these from Adam. Alright, so we've about filled up our liquid reservoir. I think at some point we're going to end up wanting... Well, I know we're going to want more storage for these, so... And realistically, we're going to want more duplicators too, so we're going to get this started here by putting in one, and then we'll still route stuff down here, but we're going to need to get this cooled down, and that is going to require steel. What's our errands like here? Alright, that can just be 5s. Make sure I don't have them going too crazy. They're not even doing those, but 5s. This must be truly unreachable. It is truly unreachable. I was like, they haven't done anything with that in a while, right? Wow. Cool. I don't understand why these are so insane cold, actually. It's like they got colder. The water up here, maybe? Because we're feeding them polluted water. Somewhere we're getting cold water. It ain't there, though. Nope. Let's just take some extra water in case we need it. And get a little mop here. Perfect. And there we go. Okay, so now it's just down to... I mean, it's just strictly making iron ore now, right? I don't think there's nothing else going on here, folks. Let's go ahead and give them a light. Duplicates love to work with a little light. And can we give them a painting? Do we have any reed fiber? I don't think we do, right? No, we don't. We don't have anything to make a painting. Any Drecos anywhere that we could shear? Like sheep? Ah, there you are, my friend. Any more? One Dreco's a little bit sparse, to be honest, to set up a whole Dreco shearing life, but you know. Okay, perfect. Good. All right, now we're just truly waiting on steel. We have. Oh, we only have 100 kilograms. Come on, again. Where have we been doing? Now we need light. Now she's... Oh, my Lord. Oh, wait. We can put a Wheezewort in here. I didn't even think about it. Wow. We are ballin'. And we can even put one in that doesn't require fertilization. Wow. That's exciting. You don't know it's exciting yet, but it is. I promise. I promise. First, let's set up a little room. Actually, let's do it here. This room we're setting up is precious. We're going to take a beautiful little woodland creature that likes to roam free called a pip. We're going to force it into this room. I know what you're thinking. This can't end well for the pip. And normally you would be right. But in this case, blessedly, you are not. The pip will be okay. Whether we will be or not, I don't know. But the pip will plant a seed in this box if we cover it with sand. Now you can actually build natural tiles a different way. And for a while I did them by melting glass. Serious drag. But it is possible. So if you play and you're like, you just built a natural tile. Number one, you do have a right to have that perspective. I can't disagree with you. But number two, oh my Lord, we just delivered the pip here. Number two, I can definitely do it with hydroponics and glass smelter. And you just pump it in and then delete it and delete the hydroponics and you have glass. Unreachable. Good heavens, people. What kind of tiny brain logic is this? Okay, that was perfect. Now where's the seed? Where's the seed? Hello? 0 in stock. Okay, hold up. Nothing in the flower pot. Ain't no way it just disappeared. It did just disappear though, if we're being honest. Where to though? Things don't typically just truly disappear. Maybe something with the building of the tiles? That's pretty rough, actually. So the warts are not something you can get more of. Not really. So we're going to use that one. And try that. Too much liquid there. All right. Deconstruct. Now we're going to rebuild. Flower pot. All right, we got the seed. 1. All right, move it. Where'd we go? Here. This is the moment of truth. They need to move it. The pip needs to plant it. You'll be fine. Come on, do your thing. Oh, there's actually too many plants around him. Okay, okay, I respect it. Oh, he did it anyway. Nice. Peer pressure. So, he has now planted a plant that's not supposed to go in a flower pot in there. Now, what's awesome is that we can just leave it now. We're also gonna let this guy out. We're not like heartless. Perfect. Now the Wheezewort makes things cold, and there's only one of it, so this is not like this is not a perfect solution, if I'm being real. And it also causes radiation, so the dupes are gonna run in there and they're gonna get radiated. Not also great, but it is a way to get things cool, and sometimes that's all you got. We need some more iron. And I know it was saying that we needed more lime. But only thing we can do is get eggshell to lime. And folks, we don't have any eggshell. So one of the last things we're going to do here is try to see. No, there's no fossil on the map. It's 12:11. It's about bedtime here. But I would love to see this to be cold, you know? Is the heat actually going down here? Let's see, thermal energy. The flower pot's still pretty warm. Consuming vacuum. Yeah, cooling. It is definitely a source of cooling. I can't tell if it's enough to overpower. Oh, they found the other seed. Nice. I think we'll let's put in another one. Let's put one in by the door. And see if that does it. It gets us a little bit closer. Let's put in a little prettier flower pot, though, actually. Kind of nice. It would be nice. Yeah, it's just something nice to look at. And then let's make sure the temperature is getting spread well. That's a cobalt. Okay, so we don't quite have enough aluminum. Let's go ahead and just tell it to stop making iron for a second. Pop us off 24. So that would be three really nice temp shift plates. They take so much refined metal. So much refined. And let's get rid of that so that looks better. Yeah, there's not an easy way to see the overall. I think it is overall colder though. I don't know the thermal comfort zone. Interesting. Oh wait, does that? Can we see? 0 DTUs. Don't know. Nice. Okay, so this should give us. It'll at least equalize the temp a little bit better. This just needs to happen. Wait, no pending deliveries. It's right there. Oh, here. I think that'll do it. And open the door, please, guys. That Pip's a good guy. He doesn't deserve this. All right, let's see. Let's see what Google tells us real quick on this. How cold will it get? Cools 250 grams a second of gas. Cools the gas around them in the bottom block and releasing at 5C colder. Interesting. Huh. So the atmosphere matters. Yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, so I mean CO2 is really a trash atmosphere then for this, but that's kind of all we have to work with. I'd like to see if we can get this to go with just these, but that might not be realistic. That might not be. In case it's not, I have an idea. Let's try. Let's mop this up. Let's give me a little bit of room to work here. How should we do this? There we go. Now, cancel those digs because this is gonna function as our vacuum chamber. I mean, I can do some temp duplication down here, I think, if I have to, but I'm really hoping we don't. Wow, we have an amazing amount of ethanol stored up, though. That is absolutely fantastic. And I'm wondering if we want to actually pop up into a little ethanol, little petroleum generator pier. Only problem is we would have to put in the same door system because these guys put up so much garbage. Well, I mean, in a different playthrough, it actually can be kind of helpful, but. Guess I could put the doors here. Material. All right, we are actually going to rebuild this with steel before we get off here. Because we have steel and I'm tired of it being broken. Unreachable. That's true, actually. CO2, yeah. A lot of panic build numbers, I realize. CO2 down here, nice. Okay. Not a lot, though. Base air is actually looking amazing, which I love to see. That's fantastic. And have these gotten any colder? 0.1 degree, I think. Let's see, that's not exactly a speed run, you know, but it's okay. Crazy that these are warm, though. Alright, let's go ahead and... No, we don't want that. Let's just scaffold it. Scaffolding is cheesy. That I will give you. But, wow, the dupes do so much dumb stuff. It's actually so useful for just keeping them from from suiciding. Yeah, let's mop that up. Let's sweep that up. No storage for water. Oh, really? I feel like we could just dump it down right here. You trying to say we don't have storage right now? I'm going to make some storage. I'm going to do it. Alright, perfect. That's a great mop by the dupes. Easy to flame them because they're not usually that useful, but in this case, nice to give them some props, you know? Let's empty this. Now I really want to just pump this out. Make it nice and fast, please. And then can I just start a little build on a 1 here? Let's get a little more aluminum going on here, folks. At some point we're gonna need eggs though. Oh, nice. A puff prince. Okay, okay. That's perfect. So we'll have a renewable source of bleach stone eventually. Is there polluted water in here? There is. Alright, so that we do need a dumping zone for. Pretty pronto because it's going to start off-gassing as soon as there's low enough pressure in the room. And since we're pumping out all the CO2, that's prime time to start off-gassing. Let's just priority 9 that clean. And I'll be right back. Voila, I'm back. I'm back at it. Did you miss me? Oh, let's put this on that grid actually. Wait, I don't think I can do that actually. Can I? Maybe, let's try. So this one, it doesn't like that. All right, that's fair. That's actually fair. How about... Well, how about we put another transformer in, you know? Seems like that'd be the decent thing to do. Seems like that would be pretty okay. Okay, does in fact seem... You know, why did we get rid of the water over here, guys? Cancel sweeping, move it up here. We actually needed it to be our airlock, you morons. It's a classic dupe moment, honestly. Sometimes liquid just disappears. The weird thing with it is it's not actually Like if you Google this, like Oxygen Not Included, it'll be like, oh, the air pressure or something. And it's like, there wasn't really anything. I don't think that was the case in that instance. But you know what? Maybe. Anyway, the doors seem to help sometimes, so. We'll actually pump it all out once again. And let's just let it crunch. Yep. Milligrams, low milligrams. Perfect. How's this temperature doing? 39.2? 39.3. So it is not sustaining. I think some of that, though, is this, unfortunately. It's coming in pretty warm. I hate that, but that is the reality. It's not reachable? No, it's just a 5, whatever. I think that's fine. So we've almost got the gas sucked out now. Let's see. I don't want to do this. Alright, so the gas is all gone. Nice. I think we can do it in here then. Put a door on it for good measure, but yo, how we get air in here, folks? What the hell? Oh, I bet no, actually that's not right. Actually don't know. How did we get air in here? There's something going on. I built. Did I build wrong? Alright, yeah, we need to open this now, because otherwise we're not going to get it all out. Alright, utilities. Oh, we don't have it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a fan that outputs heat around it but cools gas in a pipe. And I would have thought it would be on this one. There it is. Thermoregulator. Then all we need is some gas in a pipe, and would you believe it? Hydrogen has phenomenal, and oxygen not included, don't know if it's in real life, has phenomenal temperature transfer magic. We can't do that because it will go over an iso temperature transfer magic, but really that's not the case. It transfers temperature really well. It has high thermal conductivity, basically. All right, we're gonna get this up and running and cooled, and then I'm going to bed. That's what we're doing, folks. Love it, hate it, whatever. That's the reality right now. And we're gonna build a tile there. Get rid of the gas, although actually I think that's gonna be irrelevant because they're gonna open the door again. So it was a good try. It's a good try. Unreachable. We could build it, but we couldn't. Lower. Deconstruct. Yeah, alright. Ain't that something? Ain't that something? Yeah, there's... No, it's a vacuum. It's acting kind of funny, though. Are we good? Are we cool? We cool? We're cool. Alright. Alright. Now, let's watch it this time. Let's just take a look, huh? Take a look. It's in a book. Alright, we're not making a meaningful difference on that temperature, unfortunately. We have no rec room. Gosh, you know what? Oh, okay, we can stop with the panic priority here, though. A 5. A 5 is fine, folks. And we need some water. What's happening? Max, give him some water. There's water right there. 265 kg. And you need 265 kg. How fortuitous. Let's get some water, I guess. Why not? This is great. Still going. Plenty of water there from our dumping. Alright, now we're just out of polluted water. That's understandable, actually. And that's just a 5, because we don't really need people to panic on that. We've almost got it. 25 of 30. 26 of 30. Because we're running insano speeds. There we go. There we go. I'm still on insano priorities, it looks like. Okay, and radiant pipe. Here's what's great. This is the whole thing right here. And then we can probably bridge it here. And no, please, guys, not those priorities again. I think it's 480 power on that. So it's cool. So it's the same amount of power as our previous. Let's mop this up. We don't want any contact with the ground, basically, because we are going to try to do a little goofy goober a vacuum abuse here. Okay, under construction. Nice. Oh my lord, no. At least it didn't dump hydrogen here. Alright, so I screwed that up pretty bad, but I don't know what kind of a loop was that. Holy smokes. Alright, it's a proper loop. Okay. Alright, then we're going to empty the ethanol. How it works in auction not included is when you work, is when stuff works in a vacuum, it has a horrible time not ethanol gas. What do you want to do with this? I vaporized the ethanol. Okay, that's a little pain. That's a little pain. Alright, let's just cut the power. Let's cut the power. Let's mop it all. Let's mop it up. It's going to be fine. Open the doors. Green duration. What's the temp like in these? 61 degrees. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so. Alright, alright. Not ideal. I guess the reality is I didn't even have to vacuum this part. I'm used to functioning that in the vacuum. Let's just open that up. Oh, 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 no, 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 no. Yeah, okay, okay. Actually a vacuum still? That's shocking. Okay. Alright, no, it's not a vacuum. There's hydrogen in it. You know what? What's a little hydrogen among friends? You feel me? Alright, give me a temp shift plate here. Give me a temp shift plate. What do we got? What do we got? Nice. Bam. Bam. Oh, I see why. I'm letting it in from the bottom now. Here. There. There, I don't actually need that corner for anything. Let's just heat sink it in. Oh, we're at minus 200 on that hydrogen. That is... Oh, baby, that's chilly. But we might still be in a vacuum over here. We're not in a vacuum. Wow, that non-vacuum is so toxic right now. But eventually we'll vacuum. Yeah, we're down to micrograms. Right, we're going to max out the speed, let it cook. Keep going, pump. Keep doing your thing. It's actually broke because it got so cold, which is crazy. Wait, it vented all the hydrogen? Wow, that's such an oxygen not included moment right there. Alright, we need a place to dump this ethanol, though, before we go. You know what? There. Just dump it there, guys. You might as well. Temperature plate there, nice. Good. Go ahead and pick that up, guys. Get that ice. Thank you. It's taking an oddly long amount of time. Okay, it's coming in. It's oddly difficult to cool here. Why is that? It's coming out at 19. I mean, we'll get there eventually, I guess. Okay, great. We're cooling, we're cooling. And at some point we are actually going to need a sensor here. So if the pipe is above, what do we want to put this at? 25, I guess? Start running it. That's what we're going to do. Above, how about 20? How about 20? Now we deconstruct this. Alright, now this is actually how we're going to cool the room, which has definitely not, like, kept cooling, for what it's worth. This metal, this aluminum is very cold. And then I need another temp shift plate. more aluminum left. I mean, diamond. Diamond's pretty good too, actually. Wow, that's crazy. Alright. I think, folks, this is actually going to, should get us cold. Should get us cold, actually. But you know what? No, hold on a second. Let's do this. Let's do this the right way. Let's put one more aluminum block because we know that's going to have just phenomenal thermal conductivity here. Phenomenal. I mean, this is going to be legendary, I think. Come on. Oh, yeah. Oh, baby. Come on now. Nice. We'll just wall that sucker in. We don't need to get in there again. And body temp is not going to be a problem very much longer, is it, folks? Oh, interesting to see that temp difference. Yeah, this is amazing. Okay, so that's going to solve it. We're going to have nosh beans now. And we really should go to bed now. We're going to do it, but we're going to build a sculpture in honor of our accomplishments out of granite. And one of you is going to become good at making art. And it would be great if you liked it. Oh, we have one. Oh, God bless. It's Liera. It's the loud sleeper. And we're going to cancel all these sweeps because I made it not possible for them to get to them. Okay, Max is going to build the sculpture. And Max, you're not super fast at this, are you, my friend? And let's go ahead and make Liera do it. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, yeah. Now, the Thinking Man's not really my favorite, but we'll survive. Here. Let's actually make him redo it real quick. Alright, Liera, we're just grinding out some XP right now. Ooh, and we definitely want to disable this one. Disable all these so we're not actually using water. Alright, well, we still got the Thinking Man going on. Now this is full. Okay. And our nosh sprouts are growing. Yes. Yes. And we can definitely just copy the extra plant settings over. That's awesome. But gosh, it is it's oppressive to think you have to give them ethanol and dirt. But that is it. Thank you for watching. Thanks for anybody who tuned in after the fact, which hopefully that would be really cool. Have a great night. And yeah, hope you have a good week.